So today I'm going to talk about abortion and why I think abortion is not great. And if I'm going to be totally honest, if I didn't have my beliefs to back up the evidence within the Bible, I think that I would not agree with the Bible, but it's very hard for me because I believe abortion should not exist. But again, in this world it's very wicked, so anything is possible within the wicked realm. But I believe abortion should not exist because there's other ways of having abortion. There's adoption, there's foster care, and I understand the situations to where there's rape. I understand situations where um, there's just a mishap and an accident within having sexual conduct. But I think that doing sexual conduct and being in certain places that you shouldn't be, you should have like understand the consequences that are gonna happen with you being at that certain place and time. So first of all, I just want people to know that in their mind. And second, another reason is for fear. Fear is driven within someone by their parents, like their parents because the parents want the abortion, or the parents can support the child's daughter or son. And a personal experience, my mom went through abortion and she wanted to keep her daughter, so I would have an older sister because in my family I have an older brother, an older sister, and then me, and that sister would be older than my brother, so I would have a sister around the 30s right now. Um, but my grandma forced her to have an abortion because they could not support. And I am striking through, I want to say, the ages of 16 and higher, and I think nowadays the ages are getting low, and statistically the ages are getting low, and the age where there are starting to be pregnancies that find where abortion is coming from is the age 13 or 14. And it can come from many places. Again, sexual conduct and a mishappening. It could be because of the background. They're trying to find love, they're trying to find support or security within a person, which drives them to want to have a family with someone, or just finding love and lust within someone, and then an accident happens and there's a child. Um, as a support to my what I believe, there's actually a website called Storks, Save the Storks, and my family donates to them all the time. And they have their own website and it is their own company to where they travel around the world, and it is religious beliefs of Christianity. It is a Christian-based company, and they drive around. And we first saw them when I was at church, and they were wondering what it was. And of course, with the situation, my parents don't know that I know what happened to my sister. I actually found out from one of my siblings, but I think it's a guilt thing. And that's where I want to go back to about the abortion part and adoption part. The reason why majority of women don't want adoption is because it costs a lot of money. And plus, they have to go through the procedure and the process of that baby developing in themselves. And some women don't want that. They want to keep their body the way it is. And so adoption isn't the way for them because it's expensive, and because they have to go through the process of still going through labor, still of their body changing. Another reason why is emotional attachment. A lot of women, and statistically, when I was looking up the databases, a lot of reasons is emotional connection because they feel like they're gonna bond with that baby right away. And majority of stories, if you go to a woman and ask them what happened when they had their kid, a lot of women who I asked for this said that they emotionally wanted a bond, or they instantly fell in love, or they instantly found a bond that's just inevitable. And for me, being young and I don't have kids and I'm not married, I will soon have that bond and understand. I think it's like another situation, as if a single person and someone in a relationship. Well, a single person doesn't understand how it is to be in a relationship. And I see that view as, well, I'm not a mother compared to motherhoodship. Motherhood. I mean motherhood. And so I believe abortion is not great. I believe a baby should have a second chance. Well, not even a second chance, a first chance, because why would they even have a second chance? Um, and part of the word living is when something is created and slowly being processed within functioning, right? And what's funny is society nowadays say that babies are not living. And in the word living, it's when something is being created. You can look this up in the dictionary. Something's being created and being processed and functioning until the days of death. So I think that's not a great way or a great word to use as a baby not being living or a living being. Um, and it is a way of existence as well. And for us biblically, we believe all things are in the purpose, right? Because God created us within existence because we have a purpose, and that purpose is to glorify Him and to show that Jesus died for no reason. Jesus died for us. Jesus died in humility. Jesus died to show us love. And not only love, but because His Son died on that cross. And there's many websites to look up why you should have abortion or why you shouldn't have abortion. And if I'm all honesty, I think it's right for a woman to have their choice, because I could understand, and I'm not in that situation, but if I weren't in the situation where I was raped by a sibling, raped by my uncle, raped by someone, and it wasn't in their control to where they didn't put themselves in a situation of they were in a club or if they were with a group of guys and it just happened because that's just what happens in life. I believe a woman has a choice because I understand you don't want to see the face of the other person who raped you, right? If they look like that person. Or there could be a bond. There's even bonds with friendships where we create a distance and we don't want to see them for some reason, right? Because we're just wicked. And I understand that a woman doesn't want or has some type of envy or some type of anger towards that child as they grow. Because I've seen that as well. I've seen many different relationships within why like what happened. And there's this mother where she just hated her child because she got raped. And the face of the boy would look just like his father. And in all honesty, to me, I don't think it's the child's fault. It's not the child's fault, which is also why I believe they have a chance to live, because they are living beings as well. They're developing. And to have that emotional connection and to just instantly cut it off will create guilt within any time of your life, I believe. Because even if we do things, we have guilt. Even in the secular world, we have guilt. And especially with someone, a child, a baby, a newborn in the womb, does have feelings, does have emotions. They don't understand because it's not fully developed, but they're developing, which is, again, the word living.